Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today, I think there's a couple of really interesting bits and pieces that I need to share with you guys. I want to first talk about the XRP price, then about some Ripple SEC related type of news, about sanctions over in the crypto space regarding Russia, and then a couple of miscellaneous crypto articles like these. Valve co-founder says half of all Steam transactions were fraudulent and involved crypto. South Korean government investing a huge amount in a Metaverse platform, and Morgan Stanley getting heavily, or further heavily I guess, into Bitcoin. Without further ado guys, if you enjoy these daily crypto videos, make sure you press the like button on this one because it helps the video perform a little bit better and costs you absolutely nothing. I'm preparing to do a very cool giveaway for you all. I'm just preparing the last final bits and pieces, but with you guys' support, everything just works a lot smoother. So make sure you help out the channel by pressing that like button and commenting down below if you're still bullish or if you've turned bearish on crypto right now. Having said that, the entire crypto market had an insane pump last night. You guys probably know I've been shouting Luna to $100 and Solana is most likely going to go crazy. And those were two coins that have done extremely well, but it's actually the entire crypto space here that's just been pumping out of proportion. Bitcoin up 14%, ETH up 11%, BNB up 11%, Luna up 25%. It is crazy to watch this. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. And guys, I've actually done a couple of things, and one is I opened new long positions, as you can most likely see on my second channel, which is called 5 Minute Crypto. So here's what the second channel looks like, and what I'm going to do on there guys, for right now at least, is just put up a little update on all the crypto prices and my trades, because a lot of you guys have been asking me, man, give us some more insights, give us some more details about all the trades. Then again, I've noticed if I talk about it on this channel, not that many people click the video because I very often just trade Bitcoin or Bitcoin and XRP. But I noticed, and I've actually done a little bit of a poll, if I use Bitcoin in the title, many people won't click or even bother watching because they don't care about it. Then again, I did want to have a place where I can share with you guys all the most important stuff about how we're making money in crypto. So this is going to be the channel for you, and no video is going to be more than, I guess, 6 or so minutes. You know, maybe one every so often, but I'm going to try to keep them at around 5 minutes. Alright, so to briefly get into it, in the crypto market, you guys have probably already seen it already, we had a breakout on the XRP chart. Then again, for XRP, I would say this breakout is a lot less significant because as it currently stands, we broke out and came right back down. And right now we are retesting it, as you can most likely clearly see over there. You can see we broke out, did not get the confirmed candle because we broke back down. However, on a little bit of a shorter term, we can see that the price action, which is described on the 5 Minute Crypto channel, right now is portraying quite nicely. That is that we are retesting this little supply zone for XRP. We're trying to find a little bit of a top, but generally speaking, we're just going higher and higher and higher, piece by piece. So if we had to make a choice here, it depends on how the day is going to turn out. But if we get a bullish close on this day, guys, I'm turning extremely bullish on XRP. Then again, I've already described it for Bitcoin, and I'm going to do it again on my 5 Minute Crypto channel. Just check this video out, guys. Because basically throughout this little video that I had on there, I was describing how we were going to retest $39.4 thousand per Bitcoin, and I wanted to make the video, nice face, I wanted to make the video right around this point, but I took a little bit of a nap and it was too late to talk about the potential breakout. Then again, during this video, I was telling you all, as long as we get the confirmation on potentially like a 4-hour, we should go long. We got that though. So if you did not open a long position over on Bybit or something like that, that's a waste. Then again, there will be more opportunities like this as we are really, really accurate the last couple of weeks, as the action has been rather simple. Alright, so right now a very interesting piece of news, and this is regarding Elon Musk. Ripple loses Elon Musk in a fight against the SEC. So the whole XRP conclusion is actually rather small. It's just something fun that I thought I should quickly mention, because this is what it reads. Ripple XRP loss. Court dismisses Elon Musk's lawsuit against the SEC. Recent reports suggest that the U.S. Federal High Court, headed by District Judge Allison Nathan, has dismissed charges filed by Elon, Tesla's CEO, against the Securities and Exchange Commission. Musk stated in letters through his attorney Alex Spiro earlier this month, alleging that the agency leaked information about a federal investigation with an unidentified party. The letter was also alleged that the SEC since 2018 has harassed the Tesla boss and his company with ongoing lawsuits, including a subpoena sent in November of 2021. He also accused the SEC of neglecting its duties to remit $40 million to Tesla shareholders, an amount the famous cryptocurrency proponent paid in fines to settle its securities charges in 2018. Point being, he tried to do something against the SEC, but the court didn't like it. And so what people are kind of putting in here now is, Elon Musk was fighting a battle against the SEC to kind of stand by Ripple from some perspective, to at least fight against the SEC for their, again, this is a quote, not my own opinion necessarily, corruption. Again, that's just the thought that's being portrayed in the space. But he's been denied that, and so he cannot really fight against the SEC right now anymore. And so he's not really holding Ripple's hand in trying to battle against the SEC and trying to get above a lot of these issues, I guess we should say. Then again, moving on, though, to talk a little bit about the Ripple v. SEC lawsuit. That's both in our XRP news section for right now. There was a letter which came out yesterday, right? I covered it almost instantly when it came out, the Brad Garlinghouse filing a response. So Jeremy Hogan had a couple of words on that, and I think it's actually rather interesting. So let's take a look. Let's step back from the motion and think like a trial lawyer. As at trial, Garlinghouse testifies about the meeting with Roisman. There's absolutely no indication that Roisman or Eastbrook are disputing what was said. Otherwise, the SEC would gladly produce the notes. If Roisman or Estabrook go turncoat, they could testify that Garlinghouse lied about his testimony. What happens then? That's right, Ripple gets to impeach the freaking out of them with the Eastbrook notes, which lose DPP privilege the moment they talk about the meeting. Which means that the SEC has no evidence at all about the meeting, but can only argue that Garlinghouse's testimony is self-serving, and all testimony is self-serving. That's very weak times 2 weak sauce. By which I mean to say, whatever judge rules, the SEC is already dead here. So, Fool's Crypto says, thank you for everything. Are there any possible extensions in this phase of the lawsuit? And he says, not in discovery. The SEC could request additional time for the summary judgment briefings, but that's about it, I think. And I personally have kind of put up for myself, if there comes another delay, I don't really judge anymore unless it's about the previous phases, If it's delay for the next phase, at least we're in the next phase, Right now, we're in the summary judgment part of things where they have to file the briefs for it. At least it's a step further, a step forward, finally. So again, you're not going to see me or hear me complain about it. It's the first step of many. So there's another post that he made. Yes, a 1-hour settlement discussion happened a couple of months ago. Didn't even know that. It didn't settle, which means that the next most likely settlement time would be at mediation. See arrow below, which will be hosted by the one and only Judge Nedburn, who has seen all documents in camera. And so that's actually something rather interesting, right? I'm not exactly sure when that's supposed to be, but here it says all counsel must meet face-to-face or via video conference at least 1 hour to discuss settlement within 14 days following the close of fact discovery. Counsel for the parties have discussed the use of the following alternative dispute resolution mechanisms for use in this case: settlement and conference before a magistrate judge, participation in the district mediation program, and or retention of a privately retained mediator. Counsel for the parties proposed the following alternative dispute resolution mechanism for this case: a settlement conference before a magistrate judge. And again, if you guys don't remember, Judge Nedburn is the magistrate judge in this court, or in this specific case, I should say, maybe. No, I think both. It doesn't matter. And so they have a couple of different options to come to a conclusion. And as far as we know, they have, and it says here, already gone for counsel for the parties have met and confirmed and previously discussed settlement, do not believe that informal exchange of information would aid settlement of this case at the time. So basically, the mediation would basically kind of showcase where they would come to a certain conclusion for this for. And that's going to be, they're going to use the judge to come to a certain conclusion because them talking it out with each other is not going to happen. They won't come to a proper conclusion. So Xrp Crypto Wolf here, hopefully you guys can read this, says, since Judge Nedburn has seen all the ETH and XP documents, then she could highly recommend the SEC to settle with Ripple, ? And Jeremy Hogan says, that's why I mentioned it. She knows exactly what are in the emails because she has an in-camera review about them, etc. And if I'm correct that the SEC is the problem child here, that could make a big difference. A good mediator can really work miracles sometimes. So again, she's going to be the middle person if they want to come to a settlement conclusion. Again, they don't have to come to one, but it's just a sort of a suggestion or a thing they could go for. They can also take it further, of course. Then, before I forget, crypto market is going up again on the last hour. Some people are texting me, look at Luna, look at Luna. Yeah, I've been screaming at $100 for Luna for a little bit, and it's finally starting to happen, so that's definitely juicy to see. However, crypto exchange Binance blocks Russian users targeted by sanctions. I've talked about this before, but I'm going to say it again. I think any one of these sanctions is rather difficult because it does kind of counter the proofs I've stated before. With crypto, I believe you shouldn't be able to put too many sanctions on somebody unless they've been literally fraudulent. However, again, like Google has also done, if you're going against the terms of service, you kind of should be able to be stopped. But it goes two ways. One, if truly you believe in a decentralized crypto space, there shouldn't be any trouble with you using your crypto regardless of whatever you've done, right? As long as you've not gotten this illegally, this money, I believe there should be no problem whatsoever for you to spend it, regardless of what other countries or other people think about it. You have your money, you are in control of it, there shouldn't be any action taken. And I believe that to the fullest. However, I also see the caveat, which is, well, the world is kind of pressuring you to do something, and potentially you can save lives this way. I'm not sure. I'm just saying some things that could pop up in my mind. So, again, there's a little bit of an ethical dilemma, I would say, at that point, because a crypto exchange being able to block users is, of course, going to block more users than should be blocked. At least I would think so. But also, you're kind of countering the purpose of crypto, which is free payments in that. And it just once more showcases the fact that you keep your money on a crypto exchange is like keeping your money with a bank. You know, it's like you have the crypto, yeah, but you're not free to use it as you please because literally they have control over the money still. So I would say if you keep all your crypto on an exchange, it kind of defeats the purpose of controlling your own money. And you're only doing it for basically the money aspect of it, not for the actual use case of it, if you were to ask me. But again, that's just my thoughts though, right? And it doesn't really matter too much. Then again, on the same note, live updates on this article because it's going wild. Just in, Russian ruble crashes against Bitcoin after swift sanctions amid Russia-Ukraine conflict. I've actually been taking a good look at this. I've been updating myself every single time because it's been crazy, crazy, crazy. What a huge spike. Everybody was talking about it. A huge big dump. Even crazier spike. Oh, what a crazy time, huh? Look at this. I already thought that this spike was severe, but look at that. Let's refresh this for a little second. The ruble is about to do a lira. If you guys don't remember, that went crazy over in Turkey, and it's actually still doing quite some crazy stuff. So this is where I already thought things are going nuts. And this was until let's quickly see the 27th. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's zoom in real quick. Let's see. This was until the 25th. Yeah, until the 25th. And I already thought that this was a crazy spike, right? I already thought that that was really severe. And then look what happened the day after that. Bam! Yeah. So it's kind of funny that he was pretty right. You know, he was saying the ruble is about to do a lira. And exactly the day after he put the article out, there was a crazy spike. So I do appreciate that. He was very right. A lot of people are not talking about this. Russian currency is about to go the way of the Turkish lira. The dumpster fire is already lit. I'm sure that they've already calculated this in, however. But damn, that's crazy though. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. And on the same note, remember, we talked about this, and these things all coincide and connect. ECB says crypto regulation will be the end of Putin as fears persist on Russia using Bitcoin to bypass sanctions. We basically talked about this before. Europe and the US, they're trying to do something against this crypto right now because it gives them too much freedom. And again, it kind of brings up the same point of the Binance just now. If you're using an exchange, this wouldn't really be possible to use crypto to the fullest of the freedom effect. So it's kind of like a funny contrast. Having said that, guys, if you're enjoying these videos, make sure you press that like button. I appreciate it a ton. You guys are my family, you know. I talk to you all every single day. Remember that. I talk to you guys more than a lot of people I know in real life. So that fact is something you should consider. So by pressing the like button, you're helping me out, which is helping a friend out, kind of, you know. All right, some breaking news just came in on the phone, actually, literally this minute. Just in, Visa and MasterCard have blocked Russian firms in order to comply with sanctions imposed on Moscow. So once more, my crypto advocacy statements, yeah, they still stay. All right, to move on, though, to not really waste too much time on that because we know the situation now. Breaking, Morgan Stanley increased its Grayscale Bitcoin Trust holdings by double-digit percentage across multiple funds. That's a very significant deal, guys. Morgan Stanley to get this heavily into Bitcoin. Double-digit percentage. Okay. okay. They're doing the they're doing the work. They're putting the work in. I appreciate that. I like that. I like what I'm seeing right there. Then South Korean government investing $190 million into Metaverse platform. South Korean Ministry of ICT and Science invested $190 million into a Metaverse project. I always wonder, what in the world they're going for, right? Because I like to relate this to crypto. It's on the BN Crypto website where I'm thinking, yeah. But in reality, freaking Roblox metaverse, Minecraft metaverse. What exactly do we define as metaverse? Everything that's online, everything that's on your computer, everything's on your phone. You know, we're using the metaverse term a little bit too lightly. It's becoming like a really trendy thing to use metaverse. I would just say the online world. You know, they're spending $190 million on some potentially VR or some virtual world. And even though I understand this little overcoupling term that we've used nowadays, is not necessarily crypto related. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. As again, Roblox, until they launch any crypto option, is just a game, you know? So are we calling that metaverse? Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fine to use, but still, the connection to crypto is not necessarily there for every single announcement of this sort. So it can be, and again, right here it says, by tweaking policy and regulation, the government could allow various new players in the industry to support its growth. However, at this stage, token issuance and publishing NFTs are still prohibited in South Korea. So once more, means absolutely nothing for crypto yet, but it could be, and I think that's why people are excited. On the same note, though, you should remember that not everywhere crypto is good, because they're investing into Metaverse is nice, right? But Valve, as you guys most likely know from Steam, co-founder says half of all Steam transactions with crypto were fraudulent. A lot of actors who are in that space are not people you want to be interacting or you want interacting with your customers. You got to remember as well, whenever there is money to be made in a sneaky manner, there's going to be some people going to try. And specifically what I'm thinking of CSGO, what's the name again? Counter-Strike Global Offense, I think, whatever. There's going to be a lot of people who would rather scam somebody for $4.40 than actually go through legitimate transactions. There's a lot of people of that nature. A lot of people just don't feel the ethics yet. Potentially kids or even some grown men. They'd rather scam people for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. So what I'm thinking of then, and this is a very crucial point, not every platform can easily integrate crypto on like a fully crypto basis, where if you want to be properly decentralized, there needs to be some sort of trust, right? And so let's say you allow for a cryptocurrency payment option. There's literally no way to get it back if something does go amiss. And I've talked about this before with online payments. Online payments for goods services are almost always you got to trust the other person or the other party type of deal. If you're buying or selling shoes, you'd probably know this, or buying or selling anything basically. You can always, as a buyer, for example, say that something did not arrive properly, the shoes that they were shipped were fake or empty or whatever. You can always try to claim something like that. And the seller can say, yeah, but here's the video of me sending it and locking it up and blah, blah, blah. And the others can say, well, but maybe he did that, but not the same thing he gave to me. You know, like there's always an argument for both sides. And it kind of goes on. If you're selling Instagram pages like I've done, there's always this risk of something basically. And the same thing for buying. You can always find some sort of way to either scam the other person or get scammed by the other person. If you add crypto to the mix, where again you cannot get the money back, it's a lot more, I would say, easy for the person that receives the money to just kind of do nothing, because there's absolutely no way in which the other party can do anything to get it back. And I kind of like to put that through. There needs to be some sort of central party. If there's a central party that accepts all the crypto, and it's just like, you can use crypto on the platform, but it's the same as using fiat. It's just you actually deposit crypto, but they control everything internally. It's just like a little number on their ledger instead of like actually sending crypto around. I would say that's the same. That's pretty safe, and that's the way that I think that most should do it, until we get to a more developed ecosystem where I would say that crypto is more widespread, where people understand the risk and everything like that. Because take a look at the dark web, you know? You send somebody crypto, there's a chance you're going to get something, there's a chance you're not going to get something. And in the actual marketplace nowadays, you can't have that anymore, where you have to kind of, maybe I'm going to get some. That shouldn't be the way it is, because with fiat, you have a very high certainty, not ridiculously high, but very high. Then again, eBay is like a counterexample. You can definitely buy a lot of stuff on there and never get what you order, just get random stuff. But hopefully you guys get the idea. So yeah, I understand both sides of of the coin for this specific thing. Guys, that was it for today's video. About 20 minutes. Longer episode, a lot of important news to cover though, so that's why. I'll definitely be letting go more videos throughout the day, and I'll get you guys another update on 5-Minute Crypto. So make sure you subscribe to that channel. If you don't have a Bybit account just quite yet, check it out, because there's some crazy bonuses, and I'm going to be doing a Bybit only giveaway soon as well. So if you want to be part of that, make sure you check out Bybit, make sure you get yourself an account, and adios amigos. See you all later in another crypto video. Make sure you have the notification bell on as well.